Summoners! Welcome back to the channel where we expose what your League of Legends main says about you. 38% of you wanted to see this role next, so we're diving into the mind of the mid lane mains. Some of y'all are cool, and some of you, well, I wouldn't want to be stuck in a room alone with you. Buckle up because we're doing every mid laner. And leave a comment what next role you want me to do. Ahri, you think you're slick, huh? You probably slide into DMs with the same confidence Ahri dashes out of ganks. You're charming, but you're also dodging responsibilities like Ahri dodges hard committal in team fights. People either love you or trust you way too much, which is probably how you get away with all that toxic flirting in solo queue. Seriously though, your search history, it's questionable. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, if you main Annie, you either started playing yesterday, or you're that psychopath who takes pleasure in flash tibbersing an entire team and laughing while they burn. 1 second, you're all tee-hee cute, and the next, you've unleashed a demon bear on everyone's face. I'm not saying you're harboring some deep inner rage, but how many stuffed animals did you destroy as a kid? Ah, the Azir main. You either have the hands of a god or your teammates are watching you build sandcastles while the enemy Katarina goes 20-0. You love control, but here's the truth. In life, just like in-game, nothing is ever under control. Aurora mains, you're all about beauty, elegance, and control. You appreciate precision, and your gameplay reflects a careful balance between power and poise. In life, you probably strive for perfection in everything you do, and you enjoy standing out in a crowd. You have a calm demeanor, but when provoked, you can be just as fierce as anyone. Be careful not to let the need for control keep you from embracing life's imperfections. Akali mains, you're edgy. Like, really edgy. You probably listen to way too much underground rap while convincing yourself that nobody understands your vibe. In-game, you're either pulling off sick montages or inting so hard your team reports you without hesitation. You like to think you're mysterious, but really, you're just AFK in the shadows, just like when your dad went to get cigarettes 10 years ago and never came back. If you main Anivia, you're a wall expert, and I'm not talking about League. You've built emotional walls so high that even your closest friends haven't gotten past them. You probably take way too much pride in being the smart one in your friend group, but deep down, you just want someone to break through your frozen heart. Let me guess, you main Aurelian Soul because you think you're different or better than everyone else, right? You probably read sci-fi novels and pretend to care about the vastness of the universe, but in reality, you just want to look cool. You're also that person in the group chat who goes on random tangents about existentialism while everyone else is talking about memes. Akshan mains are bold, daring, and a bit reckless. You love swinging into danger and making those high-risk, high-reward plays. You probably enjoy the thrill of taking chances, both in-game and in life. You believe in justice, but you're not afraid to bend the rules to make things right. You want to be the hero, but you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. Playing Cassiopeia, you're a freak. Straight up. You like to poison people and then laugh while they slowly die, huh? You probably top the charts in every crime documentary you binge. You're either super intelligent or super twisted, or both. You get off on kiting bruisers, and let's face it, in real life, you love the drama. You're probably one of those, I'm toxic, but it's okay because I'm self-aware types. If you main Corky, you've got dad jokes for days. You think you're funny? And maybe you are. Like, once every 5 games. In life, you're the guy who shows up to the party with a 6-pack of some weird IPA and then talks about planes for way too long. Yeah, nobody asked for that, man. Ah, Diana, the moon-obsessed loner. You're that person who thinks they're deep because you stay up late staring at the stars, but really, you're just projecting your sleep deprivation into your gameplay. And let's not talk about your commitment issues. You also probably low-key think astrology is real. I'm not judging, but you know it's not, right? Echo mains, you're the type that thinks you can rewind every bad decision you've ever made. Bro, your life isn't a video game. You can't just Control-Z that awkward conversation you had at the party last week, but I gotta hand it to you, you've got good instincts. Whether it's hitting that 3-man stun or ghosting your responsibilities, you know when to dip. And yet, no matter how many times you rewind, you can't fix that broken friendship, huh? Zed mains are all about mastery and precision. You enjoy outplaying your opponents with perfectly timed combos and outmaneuvering them in the shadows. In life, you're probably someone who strives for excellence, constantly refining your skills and pushing yourself to improve. You don't like being underestimated, and you make sure to prove yourself whenever you can. Fizz mains, you're chaotic evil incarnate. You live for the misery of others. You go in, one-shot the enemy ADC, laugh in their face, and hop away. In real life, you're that person who laughs at funerals, and I don't mean that in a good way. You thrive on chaos, but here's a little secret. Deep down, you're scared of commitment. If you main Galio, you've got a hero complex, plain and simple. You jump in to save the day, and when it works, everyone loves you. When it doesn't, you're spamming my bad in chat while your team flames you. In real life, you're probably the dad friend, always trying to keep everyone out of trouble, but somehow you're the one who ends up in it. Ziggs mains, you thrive on chaos and unpredictability. You love creating mayhem and watching things go boom. In life, you probably have a playful side, enjoying moments of spontaneity and mischief. You're creative and clever, always finding a way to make things more interesting, even if it means blowing things up. Figuratively, of course. Heimerdinger mains are nerds. Sorry, there's no other way to put it. You've got spreadsheets for everything, from rune optimization to your grocery list. You think you're smarter than everyone else? And in-game, you probably are. But here's a reality check. Being right all the time doesn't mean people like you. Maybe stop correcting everyone at parties and try having fun for once. Gragas mains, you're here for a good time, not a long time. You've never taken a game or anything really seriously. You're the life of the party, but that life expectancy isn't looking too good considering how much beer you're chugging. You probably tell yourself you'll start working out next week. Yeah, we've all heard that one before. Your liver's crying, bro. If you main Kassadin, you're either a high elo smurf or you're getting flamed 90% of the time until you hit level 16. You probably sit in the shadows, waiting for your moment to strike, like a predator watching its prey. And let's be honest, your life motto is patience pays off. That or I only need 16 levels to be relevant. Look, it's cool that you enjoy scaling champs, but why are you always racist in the chat? Hui mains are mysterious and powerful, drawn to the deeper, more mystical side of things. You like to be in tune with forces beyond the material, and in life, you probably spend a lot of time reflecting or seeking inner peace. You value wisdom and often see the bigger picture, even when others are caught up in the moment. Katarina mains. Y'all are unhinged. You're either popping off with pentakills, or you're 0 out of 10 by the 10-minute mark and blaming your jungle for everything. In real life, you've probably ghosted more people than you can count. You rush into things too fast and leave a mess behind. Neophiri mains are aggressive and instinctual. You rely on raw power and pack mentality, striking fast and hard. In life, you're probably someone who trusts their instincts and jumps into action without overthinking things. You value loyalty and trust those close to you, but when you see an opportunity, you pounce on it without hesitation. Just don't forget, sometimes it's good to think before you bite. Oh, you're a LeBlanc main? You think you're clever. Always out here flexing on people with your flashy plays, making them think you're one thing when you're another. Let's face it, you've probably lied your way out of most of life's responsibilities. You ghost out of situations faster than your clone disappears after your ult. Lysandra mains are cold, calculated, and kind of scary. You're the type of person who's got a 5-year plan, a backup plan, and a backup for your backup. You don't make moves unless you've thought about every possible outcome. You probably never get emotional in front of others, but when you do, it's like an ice storm. Lux mains, you come across all wholesome and bright. But let's be real, under that radiant exterior is a monster waiting to burst out. You think optimism can fix everything, but in life, that only gets you so far. You're the one everyone likes at first, until they realize you're just spamming E and doing nothing productive. Malzahar mains are the epitome of I don't care anymore. You don't even want to be here. You're just pressing R, silencing fools, and hoping the game ends before you have to actually interact with anyone. Honestly, you've probably stopped trying in life too. But hey, at least the Void loves you. That's gotta count for something, right? Talon mains, you live for the shadows. You're sneaky, lethal, and precise, always waiting for the perfect moment to strike. In life, you're likely quiet and reserved, only speaking when necessary, but when you do, people listen. You prefer to keep your distance, observing from the sidelines until it's time to make your move. Just be sure to strike the right balance between solitude and connection. You can't always go it alone. If you main Kiana, you're here to flex. Everything you do is for the highlight reel. Every conversation, every situation, it's your world, and we're just living in it. Ryze mains are the embodiment of big brain energy, but it's almost like a curse. You spend more time theory crafting than actually playing, and in real life, you're that person who overthinks everything. You probably know a lot of useless facts, but struggle with basic human interaction. Your head's full of runes and knowledge, but when's the last time you had a real conversation? Talia mains are the adventurers. You like roaming, you like freedom, and you're probably the type who plans last-minute road trips. But in-game, you often get lost wandering around while your team gets slaughtered. In life, you're the friend who's never really settled down because you're always chasing something new. If you main Oriana, you're a control freak. You like things precise, calculated, and perfect. You probably spend more time in spreadsheets than in social situations. But hey, who needs human interaction when you've got a ball to do all your dirty work, right? In real life, you're either an engineer or someone with an obsessive need for order. You've probably been told to loosen up 1,000 times, but let's face it, you never will. Zoe mains are whimsical and unpredictable. You love surprising your opponents with sudden bursts of power and bending the rules of reality. In life, you're probably the fun-loving, energetic person in the group who brings a sense of wonder wherever you go. You don't like being tied down by rules and prefer to go with the flow, letting your curiosity guide you. Just be careful not to let that carefree attitude prevent you from focusing on what really matters. Syndra mains are power-hungry. You love nothing more than deleting someone from existence with one well-timed R. You probably have trust issues, which is why you're hoarding all those dark spheres like emotional baggage. It's all about control for you. In real life, you're the person who makes sure they're always one step ahead. TF mains are gamblers, plain and simple. You live for the risk, the thrill of pulling off the perfect play, or bluffing your way out of a bad situation. In life, you're probably taking too many chances and hoping things go your way. You've got a go big or go home mentality, but sometimes you're just going home. Yeah, just be careful when you gamble with your life savings. Veigar mains are secretly, or not so secretly, sadists. You love stacking that AP and deleting people from existence with one button. You've probably got a dark sense of humor and enjoy watching people squirm. In life, you're the one who laughs at dark jokes a little too hard, making everyone else a bit uncomfortable. Vel'Koz mains are analytical. You like breaking things down, studying them, and then obliterating them with pure logic. You're probably an overthinker in life, always trying to understand everything. Sometimes to the point of paralysis. You've also probably gotten into way too many internet arguments. Vex mains, you're the embodiment of I hate everything. You pretend like you don't care, but deep down, you care way too much. You're moody, sarcastic, and probably spend too much time doom scrolling through social media. You think everyone else is an idiot, and maybe they are, but that attitude's not helping you. Also, life isn't all bad. Maybe go outside for once. Victor mains are perfectionists. You're all about optimization, making sure everything is just right. In life, you're probably constantly upgrading yourself, whether that's through self-improvement, learning new skills, or just getting better at whatever you do. But your pursuit of perfection can be exhausting. Remember, sometimes good enough is actually enough. Vladimir mains are out here living the vampire fantasy. You love draining the life out of your enemies and probably get a little too excited about blood in general. In life, you've got a bit of a superiority complex. You think you're untouchable, but let's be real, you've got your weaknesses just like everyone else. Zerath mains are all about that long-range snipe life. You enjoy staying as far away from danger as possible while nuking people from across the map. In life, you're probably conflict avoidant, preferring to handle things from a distance rather than face them head-on. Silas mains are drawn to the idea of rebellion and breaking free from constraints. You resonate with his fight against oppression, and in-game, you thrive on taking the powers of others to turn the tide of battle. In life, you might be someone who questions authority and seeks change, often feeling frustrated with systems or structures that seem unjust. You admire strength, but also value the struggle that comes with achieving true freedom. Yasuo mains. the legends, the meme, the 0-10 dream. You think you're the hero of your own anime, but let's face it, most of the time you're just feeding. You play for the highlight reel, but you're the one who ends up on your team's lowlight reel instead. Yone mains are like Yasuo mains, but with even more ego. You think you're the chosen one, the ultimate samurai, but let's be real. You're just feeding twice as fast. You've probably got a superiority complex, thinking you're better than everyone else. And there is a small percentage of actually good and chill Yone players. And there you have it! What your mid lane main says about you, whether you're lurking in the shadows with Zed or throwing out chaos with Ziggs, each champion tells a little story about the way you play, and maybe even a bit about who you are. But don't take it too seriously. At the end of the day, it's all fun and games. So did I get it right? Or was I completely off? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more League content, and hit the bell so you don't miss a thing. Bye!